I welcome everybody today. Understand that what's important every single day is what? You must understand it's yourself. You must understand it's really prosperity and growing every single day to be the best version of yourself every single day, because communication skills, in terms of communicational skills, is something that really helps you long term to do whatever you want, as long as you're really understanding how to write everything down and how to plan your life forward. Because how do you plan your life forward? You need more words. You need to understand to really dwell upon more words in life. Or else that when you dwell upon more words, you'll find different scenarios and occasions where you can go and speak up. You got to make sure that you understand busking is just one way to speak up. Or else that online, in terms of YouTube, is another way to speak up. I promise you must go and use social media. You must be understanding to go and talk more. I understand either way that what's amazing today is we have a phone. Or else the phone is so powerful that it can help change your life. You understand? Or is that although you have to use the phone, I promise you that what's amazing is only you can ever change your life. I promise you every single day I'm using the phone today so that everybody can see me today on YouTube as well. Or else every single day I thank you. Or else every single day I promise that no matter what you're doing, you must be more successful. You must be understanding more communicational skills. You must be understanding more strategies. I thank you very much. I understand that every single day I focus upon making sure I always have much more than yesterday. Or else when I do that daily, I just focus on coming here at Marketplace and doing my work daily, but I have a nice beautiful shade over here in a sunny day. I promise you that although you must understand that every single day I focus upon making sure that I'm the best I can be every single day. I promise you it's 31 degrees, although it's very sunny, and guess what? I have some shade over here to do my work, which is very beautiful at Marketplace, Sydney. I understand although that what's amazing is I woke up today and understand that no matter what, I'm going to Newcastle today, so that is amazing for me because it's the first time. I understand although Newcastle is just 2 hours away from Sydney. Or else every single day you must focus upon understanding to go somewhere in terms of life where it's so new for you to understand how to deliver content and how to really understand how to do anything. You must be able to always be able to travel and have plastic money on you, but understand that what's important even more than plastic money is making sure that you have your health and making sure that you have a better abundance with communication. You must understand that what is amazing about public speaking every single day is focusing on leadership and focusing on all aspects of life so that you can go and be a life coach or any type of coach that you want to be. I realize that you must be a life coach either way. You must be every day understanding to never just be a health coach, you be a life coach, you be a business coach as well, you be a financial coach as well. Understand? So be a life coach, you understand? I realize life coach does health as well. Understand? So what's amazing is focus upon making sure that you can be the best life coach on the planet about what you do. I realize every single day you must be able to explain your experience. You must be able to talk with people in a new way, because the new way is the unknown way, and the unknown way helps grow you. So understand anything that's really discomfort for you today is something that helps grow you daily. So you must be able to envision yourself as a better version of yourself in communicational skills first before you can get the physical muscles. You understand? Because what it's about first is how good do you speak as a human being in terms of your words. In terms of the words I use today, you must understand that what's amazing is try to boost that kind of vocabulary first, and then you can get the physical muscles. Because I see very much in terms of life, I see all these big women and men, but guess what? I realize they have small minds in terms of mindset, in terms of communication. You understand? I mean, guess what? I realize they're like that, you know what I'm saying? Because understand why. I realize that they don't learn daily. I promise you, they never learn daily on how to communicate better than anybody else. You understand? So what's amazing is understanding how to do that. I mean, understanding every single day that everybody's learning communication to a certain degree, but understand why you must be much more in high regard every single day so you can understand what greatness is and legacy. You understand? So legacy is something that you must understand that is always for you. You must understand that you must go and do something every single day for the rest of your life. I promise you, it's your passion. I realize it's you. You must go and do you. I mean, go do something that you're good at. I mean, go and do something that you're very much curious about. I promise you, anything that you're curious about is information daily. So focus upon making sure that you deliver that information of your passion. And that way you can get on the public speaking microphone, and then you can start doing your passions every single day in a different way. But what's amazing about today is understand every single day you must grow. You must grow into a new leader. You must go and really dwell upon new words every single day. You must go and understand every single day to focus upon the best you can do, or else when you do that daily, you go into your words and just grow your communicational skill all day long. You understand? So all day long, you're looking to just grow your communicational skill in different ways. So use your journal. I mean, go and write quotes. I mean, go and write something in a PDF file. You understand? I mean, go and typewrite it as well. I mean, go and write it physically. You understand? Or else the older, I never write with a pen anymore. You understand? Unless it's a signature I have to do. Or else the older, you must understand why. I have a phone to explain everything with me. Or else every single day, you must understand that every single day, I focus on different communicational tactics where I can help myself grow and help everybody grow in the process with that. I promise you, every single day I focus upon making sure that everybody is accounted for in a way that everybody is more accountable. Because how do I do that? I give it information on how to do so. I make sure I find ideas. I have to be seeking those ideas out. You understand? I realize that when my portable speaker runs out of battery, I realize if my portable speaker runs out of battery, I get my phone, I start to YouTube something, and I start to read something as I walk around somewhere. Because otherwise, I promise you, people around me are not even looking at me then. I promise you, although what's amazing is when I pump my music on the street, or else everybody's looking at me. You understand? But I'm one of those individuals who raps or does singing while pushing my trolley and while the music is playing. I'm also singing. You understand? Or else now, if you want to topple me, you have to also be singing while you're pumping your music while everybody's watching you all the time. You understand? So, guess what? Or else every single day, thank you. Or else just make sure every single day you're just singing, every single day something that you love to do. Or else every single day I focus upon making sure that my life is just ahead of me in terms of life. So when I do that, I'm always planning in terms of how can I strategize my life today? And what can I do today to make sure that I give some new ideas in a different way so that I can communicate in a different way and so that I can go and experience something in a different way today. I promise you, although, that with my food schedule, you must understand that I'm trying to eat less and less throughout time. I realize that for the past 15 days, I've been eating hummus and soy milk and also some bread in terms of wholemeal bread and also some nice beautiful ways of saying what? I realize soy milk and hummus and bread and peanut butter. You understand? Alright, that's it. Alright, for the 15 days I've been living life. You understand? So either way, you must understand that in between I may have had I had some tofu here and there. Or else either way, you must understand that's it. You understand? Or else I live on that. Or else either way, I can make sure every single day that I have what I need because I also drink water as well. I drink some mineral water. But those are my kind of foods I've been eating for the past 15 days. Or else that's it. Or else there's no restaurant food. Or else there's no going out with other people. You understand? Or else there's no meeting up with others to drink beer. Or else there's no meeting up with others to go festivals. You understand? Because what's a festival for my life every single day is making sure that my YouTube is growing and that I'm helping you grow. Because that's something that is much more, let's say, of a representation every day, that I make sure every single day that I focus on my ability to go and give my business cards as well. I understand that I'm very eager to start this nice beautiful seminar, so sometimes I have to get my business cards along the way like this and put them just in front of here where my portrait is because I never forget, but I understand I'm just very eager to get my business seminar started. So when I do that daily, I understand although that Wynyard Station is just right next to this nice beautiful marketplace, I understand what I have to do is I have to make sure I get to my nice beautiful train on time. So I understand I have 1 hour and 45 minutes to do this nice beautiful seminar over here. So I understand either way, that gives me plenty of time or around, let's say 40 minutes to get to the train station and to never rush for the train, you understand? I understand that what's amazing is that's what I'm doing. So max 1 hour and 45 minutes for this one. I understand either way that what's amazing every single day is focus upon understanding that I just love to talk. And when I love to talk, I love to grow myself into the best ways. Understand when I go and grow every single day in the best ways, I go and understand to stay away from the sun as much as I can because I try to be in the sun at least 30 minutes a day. And that's it. You understand? I mean, guess what? I realize sometimes I never even need the sun. You understand? Because I get the vitamin D inside the soy milk. You understand? I realize that what's amazing is try to stay away from the sun as much as you can, but never ever go over 30 minutes of sun time. You understand? I mean, never be in the sun for more than 30 minutes because it can wane on you. Or else it can actually wane on your skin. Or else it can give you cancer in terms of you can give yourself actual anything in life. But understand that what's amazing is realize that if you're going above 30 minutes in a day of sun exposure, you're actually tearing yourself apart. You understand? So what's amazing is try to be in the shade more because that way you're going to be much more hydrating yourself and you're also going to be having a much better time in the process. I promise you every single day, I understand how it is to go and walk in a desert, for example. I promise you that I've been in the sun, but guess what? I realize I've never been really, let's say, in the Sahara Desert over there. I have to go, although guess what? Or else what's amazing is if you're going and touring somewhere and you're going on a boat and you have to be on the sun and you have to be in the sun because you have to see something, you can go. But realize, you just make sure you wear a hat. I mean, just wear a hat and make sure you're wearing something like a long sleeve shirt. You understand? Because the sun can really, let's say, damage your skin. You understand? So what's amazing is understand that every single day you must be careful about what you're doing, but just understand anything outside of you can damage you if you allow it. You understand? So realize every single day to go and focus upon making sure that you never use sunscreen. I mean, never ever be the one that's using sunscreen and cosmetics. I mean, never ever go get those cosmetics. Although you can use toothpaste and you can use the nice beautiful toothbrush. You understand? I mean, that's it. I mean, what else do you need? You just go and use the nice beautiful grooming scissors and all that. I mean, for the grooming package. You understand? But you're doing it for you. You're not doing it for anything else. But guess what? Or else all the chemicals and all the laundry powder and all that, I mean, forget about it. You never need to do your laundry. You never need to wash your clothing. You never need a refrigerator. You never need an oven. You never need a plasma screen TV. You have to understand that what's amazing about never doing laundry and never ironing your clothes is you never have to get those materials. You never have to get the ironing. You never have to get the ironing board as well. Or else why? Because every single day you can change your clothing into something new. You understand? Or else it's much nicer to wear something new than to go and wash your clothes, which is old, and you're always wearing the same clothes. I mean, every single time you get sweaty, I mean, chuck out your shirt and get a new get a new $10 shirt. You understand? I mean, it's that simple. I mean, look new all the time. I mean, make sure you understand every single time that when I go around the world, I make sure every single time I have a nice beautiful trolley now. I am never carrying anything. I'm just pulling my nice beautiful trolley with my stuff. And although when I get on the plane, I make sure either way that what's important that you understand is I bring just minimal food. I bring everything minimally. I make sure either way I bring my portraits this time. I make sure every single day that you understand that my portraits over here are just for Sydney, Australia. You understand? I realize everything else in terms of life, I understand I realize I can also take it on a plane. Or else if I take it on a plane, I realize I can. Or else I can go with my nice beautiful trolleys. I realize every single day is just focus upon understanding you just bring a shoulder bag with you and a portable speaker. You understand? Or else and your trolley. And that's all you really need. You understand? Although what you really even need more than that is yourself. Or else bring yourself first and then bring your portable speaker and microphones and technology. And that's it. Or else everything else you can get at the other nice beautiful suburb or town where you're going. You can get the towel over there, you can get all the water and food and drink over there, you can get the clothing over there too. You understand? So before you even get on the plane, I mean, throw all of your rubbish out in terms of all your clothing. I mean, throw out all of your food and drink. You understand? I mean, just bring a nice beautiful portable speaker with yourself. You must bring yourself first and then bring a portable speaker and technology and get on the plane. And bring a trolley as well. You understand? I mean, that's it. You understand? Because that's something you need to do. You must understand every single day is focus upon making sure that you're never carrying anything. I mean, never carry anything and try to carry just one phone on you or two phones on you. You understand? Or else that's it, because you have two pockets. You understand? Or else a third phone maybe in the back pocket. Or else four phone. Or else a fourth phone in the back pockets. You understand? Or else either way, if you need to. Or else if you need to carry four phones on you, you have two pockets in the back of your pants. You understand? Or else what's amazing although is make sure that you understand that you place your wallets and your nice beautiful phones and technology in a certain place. Or else that I never ever place my phones on the floor somewhere. I place them on the bed. I place it also in my pocket. I place it in my shoulder bag, and that's it. Or else my wallet only ever goes in my shoulder bag, and that's it. Or else if I lose my wallet, I never lose my wallet. I realize that if you ever lose your wallet, you then lose your whole shoulder bag. You understand? Or else that's how simple it is. Although I never lose anything in life, I just make sure you understand that every single day you must focus upon the I. You must go back to the I every single day to communicate. But make sure you're giving those ideas in a different way and search for ideas while you're public speaking and while you're doing something very important. Or else that what's important for you is probably not, let's say, I realize that what's important for you must also be important for everybody else. You must understand that everybody must be growing, so that's important. You understand? But many people never consider growing. You understand? Or is that what's important here is that I grow. But many people never do this because they never believe it's important to do this. You understand? Or is that what's amazing about busking is that I get to come here and I get to public speak in front of a crowd and I get to practice and do my YouTube channel for the rest of my life. You understand? So either way, I'm doing my work daily like this. I'm doing my work here. And you just tune in every single day to watch me do my work. You understand? Or else although for the next, let's say, week, you must understand either way I'll be doing my nice beautiful how-to videos. So understand that you can go and check out that playlist in my YouTube. So what's important over here, I realize what's important here is that I try to get my nice beautiful portable speaker to go somewhere in Newcastle and to just stand there and do my nice beautiful work like this, because I understand I have an amplifier with my nice beautiful microphone that actually gives you the sound much better than my nice beautiful, let's say, way of recording my how-to videos. I understand what's important every single day is focus upon understanding to speak more on the microphone is what you need. But when you're speaking on the microphone, you get to hear your voice much better. And then understand either way, do it in front of people, and then you actually amplify your success every single day. When you can go and speak in front of people and look at people and go and be just that nice, beautiful guru that you are every single day. Focus upon just understanding every single day how to speak better for yourself. And when you do that, when you do that every single day, you just focus upon making sure that you're just nicer in your appearance and you're nicer about what you do. Or else every single day, just focus on making sure sometimes that you have to blow out your nose. You have to make sure that whatever's happening around you is something greater. So focus upon making sure that you just are always, focus on making sure that you're always just a better individual. I understand although that's something that went in my nose, I realized that what's amazing is every single day, focus upon making sure that what's important is when you have to sneeze or when you have something in your nose and it's really tickling you and you realize it's a booger or something like that. You have to understand that what's professional is realize that you have to always go and really do you. You have to understand, you have to do you. Or else sometimes you have to go and blow your nose out. You understand? Blow your nose out and just be yourself. You understand? Or else that's who I am. Or else, although, that if you're somewhere at an event and you can always get yourself some nice beautiful tissues and carry some tissues on you. You understand? Carry some tissues on you or around you somewhere and pause the video sometimes to be able to go and sneeze in the tissue. You understand? Or to remove something in your nose or else do it in the tissue instead of like that. You understand? So what's amazing is focus upon understanding that it's a much better way where you understand every single day that if you're in front of an audience that you never just go on the stage like that. You understand? So realize it's much more appropriate. So learn from my mistakes. Or else I always try to find new ways of dealing with life. But understand if you don't have, or if you never even have a tissue and it's this kind of scenario and you have nowhere else to do it, go ahead and do it. You understand? Just make sure you have tissues in your shoulder bag and with you. So when you're in front of a stage, just make sure you always have tissues with you. You understand? Because you never know, and make sure it's in your pocket. Make sure one tissue is in your pocket because you never know when you need to do that. You understand? Or else either way, just make sure every single day you're focusing upon understanding your life in a better way, but just never be understanding anything other than more in your life. You must be understanding how to grow daily. You must be understanding to give more ideas daily. Or else when you're giving more ideas, you'll learn how to grow. You'll prosper in a different way. You'll focus upon understanding that I can also move this nice, beautiful phone and my nice, beautiful portable speaker to the left over here so I can be in the sun, in terms of in the shade much longer, because I understand the sun's actually coming over here. I understand, although, every single day you must focus upon understanding something about your life so that you can go and explain your story. I realize every single day that when you stay ahead of the game and when you realize yourself every single day and you go and realize something that you love to do, I promise you it's the best aspect of life, because you'll understand you'll understand how much happier you are learning about your story and going and giving it. You understand? Or else every single day, understand every single day that whatever you're doing, you must understand, I only ever walk. I never go running as a jogging exercise or something like that. Or else what's amazing about my exercise daily is I only get to walk 1 kilometer in radius. You understand? Because that's the healthiest way that I can go and preserve my body and do what I love to do daily. You understand? I realize there is a better time always to do physical work in terms of muscle work, but understand it's when you're financially free and it's when you're popular, in terms of more popular, is the only time to be doing physical work. You understand? I realize every single day you must be understanding that once you are set free, in terms of you can travel the world now, you're popular, or else now that is the time to go into the park and start doing your gym exercises and all that. But if you're not popular, you must understand to get popular every single day, and understand that anybody who's popular is somebody who's giving information every single day to make sure that everybody is really, really growing. Because when you're growing, you're focusing upon different skill sets, you're giving people different coping strategies every single day, you're focusing on a better attitude is the best way, is how I talk today, or else every single day that when I talk, I understand that when you're giving anything in life, you must have a better attitude. You must understand the better attitude you have, the better you feel, and the better you do life. I understand every single day, just focus upon making sure that you're loving your life in a different way, And that way you're going to go inside. You're going to go to the word I. You live in the word I. You live in the word I love you. You understand? You must understand every single day you must live in the word I to know yourself. You must know yourself in the word I. You have to understand that my only home today is my own word I live in the actual word I. Understand? So either way, or else that's where I live. Or else every single day I focus upon making sure that everybody understands the word I. Because that way you understand who you are, and that way you understand how to speak, and that way you understand how to be confident. You go with the I first. You understand? I promise you when it's I first, I promise you it's courageous. I promise you when somebody has to save you, for example, I promise you they have to put I first to go and do it. You understand? I promise you, although, that if you want to go and try something that you've never done, you have to put I first to go and get it. Because if you put other people first, then you're saying to them to go do it and not you. Or is that you must go and say for yourself to do it, you must be able to parachute in your life. I never care what age you are. Or else you must be able to go and parachute. You understand? Or else now, you may say that you're sick or something. Or you're never sick. You understand? I mean, you're never sick unless you say so. You understand? Or else it doesn't matter what age you are. You must understand that whatever age you are, you can be throwing yourself out of a plane and you can be parachuting. I promise you. I promise you, although that what's amazing is many people are afraid to do that because of what may happen. Or else that what may happen is understand every single day to free fall in life and just make sure they understand that you just go and put yourself in situations that are the best for you. Or else, although you must understand that every single time you understand that if you're parachuting or something like that, or else if you're going on a parachute or a balloon, or in terms of a hot air balloon, I mean, just make sure that you understand that every single day you just ask the people about the experience and all that and get more information about it before you do it. You must understand now, you must understand that anything that's risky to do, you must never do it. And now, is parachuting off a plane risky? You must understand, you can say to a certain degree, or else there's a risk. Or else there's is there a risk for me to do this today? Or else yes. Or else there's still a risk or else there's still a risk for me to do this today as well. I mean, why? Because I never know what's going to happen. I never know that somebody may come and shoot me today. I never know that. You understand? Or else that there's always a risk when you're driving a car as well. Or else there's always a risk for something. Or else when you walk across the road. Or else there's always a risk. You understand? Or else when you're walking in front of people. Or else there's always a risk. You understand? So realize that life is full of risks. But understand either way, you go and do the risk. You risk it. You understand? Because I'm risking it here to go and do something that's very much more important for my life. So what's amazing is go and experience life. You understand? And guess what? Or else a plane, or else when you drive a plane, or else when you drive a scooter, or else when you drive a skateboard like this, or else there's always a risk. You understand? So what's amazing is when you're risking your life, you risk your life in a way that you can grow your life, and you just make sure that you're never intentionally trying to risk your life in a way that you have to jump 50 meters down so that you can do something, but you may break your legs. You understand? I mean, never do that. You understand? I mean, never do anything that may break you in terms of physically. You understand? So every single day, focus upon making sure that every single day you do something that you love to do. I understand every single day that the nice, beautiful sun is at the back of my nice, beautiful neck over here. So understand that sometimes when you have no sunscreen and the sun's fully pounding on your nice, beautiful skin at the back of your neck, you understand what I mean. You understand that you can get a red mark. So you can actually get red marks. So what you do is you pause the audio and you go over here somewhere, or you go over there. I understand that what's important is every single day, focus upon understanding every single day that you go do your work somewhere in the shade, because otherwise if you're standing in the sun for more than 1 hour, you understand that you're really risking yourself with skin cancer in Australia especially, and also around the world. You must understand although that I can be in the sun for about 15 minutes. I realize either way I can be up to 30 minutes here max. Or else what's amazing every single day is sometimes that sun is good for you, or the sun is good for you up to 30 minutes. You understand? So either way, understand that what's important is understand that if you're in the sun more than 30 minutes, or else that's when you're risking it even more. Or else the more you're in the sun, or else the more you risk it. You understand? Or is that either way, you must understand that when you live life much more, you're also risking it more. Understand? Or else either way, you must live. You must live, you must be in the sun anyway. I mean, never be afraid. I mean, never be afraid is what I mean. Or else now, yes, or else that those people who stop themselves are the ones who say there's a risk involved. I promise you, there's never a risk involved. You understand? I promise you that what's amazing is understand that every single day, that if you never do the risk, you never get to live life. You understand? Or else if I never come and do this because there's a risk, I mean, guess what? I mean, how do I really live life then? You must understand to come here anyway and be courage. I mean, show some courage. You understand? I mean, show some courage to do what you are afraid to do, even if there's a risk involved. You understand? So even if there's a risk in inside that containment of life, you must understand, even if there's a risk containing of what you want to do, you must understand every single day to put the ing words into the mix so that you can go and really be foundational in your life. I understand, although, that it's really, really making you present when you do that. I promise you, every single day, focus upon making sure that everybody around you is much more taken care of. I mean, make sure you're taking care of human people. You have to understand, every single day, focus upon taking care of yourself. I mean, understand that you're going to journey throughout life alone, and guess what? I realize that nobody else is going to walk your steps for you, and I mean, nobody else is going to talk out of you except you. I realize the more you talk out of you, the more you walk life. I promise you, it's that simple. I promise you, if you want to prosper so much and you want to achieve all your dreams, you just have to be able to talk it daily, and talk and talk and talk, and talk in front of people as much as you can, and just understand to always just push yourself in front of people to do what you love to do. I promise you, that's that. I promise you, although, that many people are stuck in a 9-to-5 job today because they have no skills and they're not reading as much. You understand? I promise you that what's amazing is they're never reading as much as they're never reading as much as I am. You understand? So what's amazing is I read 24/7. I stay away from 9-to-5. You understand? I realize they may read 1 hour a day. You understand? I read all the time. I'm always reading something and writing it down, especially. You understand? Because what's amazing is when you have 1,000 videos that are 1,000 hours on YouTube, and all the people that you grew up with never even have a YouTube channel in the first place. You understand? I promise you, you're already 1,000 hours ahead of them. You understand? So either way, that what's amazing every single day is focus upon making sure that you're just consistent about what you love to do, but understand every single day that you must be playing the whole picture. I mean, guess what? Or if you want to fit in family and health and physicality, and you want to travel the world, and you want to be able to do everything and have the plastic money, and have the body and have the kids, and you want to have all the food in the world that is the best for you, you have to understand information products. You have to understand either way that you can always plan everything right now. You can plan it right now. You can plan your whole life now. I realize if you're not planning your life, I realize somebody else is planning it for you. I realize if you're not planning your life, then you will be given a plan by somebody else to do somebody else's plan. You understand? Or else you must understand that if you don't go today, or else if you never go today, really trying to prosper and really trying to seek out those ideas daily, then guess what you're doing? You're actually saying to everybody else that you have no skills, so get some skills. Or else every single day, get some skills so that you understand that you never be a waiter or bartender or forklift driver or laborer like I was, and a van driver. I promise you, this is much better than van driving. I promise you, this is much better than warehousing. You understand? I promise you, this is much better than office work. You understand? Because I get to go and do my work daily. I get to do something I love to do. Although understand that sometimes the sun may come into your nice, beautiful technology. So it may actually shine upon your technology. So what's amazing is you can totally go and change your nice, beautiful scenery and go elsewhere. You understand? So what's amazing is focus upon understanding every single day that you go and focus on a better spot sometimes, or that sometimes you must understand that what's important is understand that this video here, I understand that what's amazing is understand when the technology is really with the sun, and the sun is really beaming at your technology. I mean, just what? I mean, just guess that either way, that for 1 hour, or is that you can do it. You can do 1 hour of being in the sun, at least. Or else, although what's amazing is understand that your technology can be in the sun for max 1 hour. But if it's in the sun for 5 hours, or as the sun will actually go and really, let's say, devour your technology. You understand? In a way that it's going to take the energy and the battery from your nice, beautiful technology, and then what happens is the sun drains your battery from your technology. So always put your technology away from the sun. You understand? So that way you understand why you always have more technology in your life, and then that way you understand how to learn technology. But understand that life is more of a, let's say, a nice, beautiful way to say that you go and really dwell upon a better life. You understand? So when you're dwelling upon a better life, you're focusing upon different skill sets, but understanding either way that you can always make sure that you're living life to the greater good. Whereas when you're doing that, you're focusing upon different areas of life and persuasions and making sure that you can talk yourself into greatness every single day. You must be able to always understand something that you love to do, and what you love to do is something of a commodity daily, so make sure you understand how to really live your life. But make sure you understand that if you have to move somewhere, you just make sure every single day you go and focus upon yourself and something that you love to do, and make sure that it's the best decision for you, and then make sure every single day you can focus on doing your work. I promise you every time you do anything that you love to do daily, you're focusing on lifting other people, and that way you go and focus upon yourself the most. Otherwise, every single day, I understand that no matter what I do, I focus upon making sure I give you the best product, which is information. And then when I do that, I focus upon different areas of persuasion where I can go and lead people. And when I lead people daily, I make sure I do the best job. I make sure I do the best work I can every single day to go and really prosper. I understand, although, that when anything's going on around the world, you just make sure you stay put in a way that you're growing. I realize that when you're growing, you can grow this way, and then guess what happens? I realize either way, when you're growing, you find the best, nice, beautiful way of saying anything that you want to say in your video, and then you focus upon making sure you're planning ahead of the game. You must be able to plan ahead of the game to focus upon something you love to do. You must be doing you. You must be loving to do you. You must be understanding that is the only courage that you can ever have in life. But understanding, although, that when you're planning upon communication skills every single day, you're focusing upon making sure that you're just different. You have to be different. You have to be understanding different ways of dealing with life, and then understanding how to teach people about that. You must understand that when you deal with something and you overcome it, you go and teach it so that other people can overcome it. You understand? Or is that when you do something, you teach it so that other people can learn from your experience. You understand? Because that's what business is. You have to teach your business. You have to teach who you are. You have to teach how you go about life, because that's your only business. You understand? Or else when they say, hey, I'll help you achieve financial freedom, I promise you they're really saying, hey, I'm doing my life over here to teach you how I live my life so that you can go and have financial freedom. You understand? So when you're teaching business or finances or life or health or nutrition, you just make sure that you have the information behind it. You understand? Or else now, if you have the information, or else it's your experience already. You already have the information behind it. You have information already, basing it on what you have in terms of your life, in terms of your experiences. You can teach people basing it on those experiences, and then guess what? Or else then you expand. You expand your whole product. You expand your whole information basis. You understand? Because you are a piece of information, and now somebody else has less information than you, so guess what you do? You give them that information. You understand? You give them that information, and it's their choice whether or not to learn from you. You understand? But what's amazing is if they choose never to learn from you, you're then more successful than them. So every single day, focus upon making sure that you can do something every single day to make sure that you're just much more courageous and doing a better job for yourself. And then once you're doing that in a daily requirement, understand either way that what's amazing every single day is focus upon making sure that you're just doing better for yourself. I realize when you're doing better for yourself, you just make sure something that you love to do is just making sure that you love your life. I mean, when you love your life, I realize that what you can do is put a towel across your nice beautiful neck like this, so that the sun is at least never beaming on top of your nice beautiful neck at the back of you. Understand? Because what the nice beautiful towel does is when you put it at the back like this, you wrap it around your neck. You understand? Or you put a scarf or something. You put a scarf around your neck, and guess what happens? I realize the towel is always protecting your skin. You understand? So that's why I nicely put my nice beautiful towel across like this, because I understand that what's important is that I never ever get a rash or, let's say, a sunburn at the back of my neck. You understand? Because you have to realize, you have to be aware of that. I have a hat though, or as my hat is doing its job. I understand, although I have skin over here. So for example, my skin is nice and beautiful for now, but I understand, although, that every single day you must focus upon actually retaining something that you love to do. So when you really love to do something, understand that no matter what, you just be careful every single day to make sure that your technology is something that is away from the sun every single day, so that way you can always prosper every single day to grow. Because what's important is every single day focusing upon making sure that you can go and be prosperous in the best way. I mean, focus on really delivering some content today. So I have to go to Newcastle in 2 hours, but guess what? I'm here doing my busking event before I go. You understand? Or is that either way, I understand I never want to miss out on 1 hour work at least every single day on YouTube. You understand? Or is that what's amazing is that's my work, or else that's my 9 to 5, or else that's my whole job, which is just post 1 hour videos online every single day. You understand? So either way, everything else is what I do in terms of music production, and in terms of writing materials, and also in terms of just making sure that I can live life in the best way, and just always planning and reading on the side. You understand? I'm always doing that, but understand either way that what's important is understanding time management. So never be an individual who's working a 9 to 5 job for the rest of your life. You must be understanding how to plan away from a 9 to 5 job so that you can have a better life, because those around you are just people who are also in the 9 to 5. You understand? But guess what? You are never in the 9 to 5. I'm never in the 9 to 5. You must understand that what's amazing is I'm working 24/7. So I'm around those individuals who are working 24/7 to work on themselves. Because when you're working on yourself, you're actually growing yourself in different ways. And you're persuading yourself every single day to focus upon something that you love to do. I understand my love of life is what I love to do. So I love to go and talk about my love of life, for example. I love to talk about fishes. I love to talk about the sharks. I love to talk about NRL games. I love to talk about everything, you understand? Because that's what leadership is. I mean, understand? I mean, just talk it up. I mean, talk up everything that you love to do in life. I mean, talk with someone all day long, but make sure that individual is you, because nobody else has time to talk with you all day long. You understand? You must have time to talk with yourself all day long. Or else if you have no time to talk with yourself all day long, then you'll be searching for others to talk to. You understand? Or else I used to do that. I used to go to people and I used to call them to hang out with them, just to have someone to talk to. I used to call them and I was always trying to hang out with them. You understand? I was always calling them and messaging them. And they were never messaging me. You understand? Or else now, of course, they have higher value. Or else they have something to do. You understand? But what's amazing is I was always left out. You understand? Because why? Because I never had the skills before to be alone in a way that I can talk with myself all day long. Or else what I've done before, and what I'm still doing, is I'm always making sure I'm planning more. But before, I was listening to Jim Rohn as well. I was listening to Zig Ziglar and Brian Tracy, and they started educating me, and also Dr. Wayne Dyer. I understand that. But what is amazing about that is making sure they understand. I started to hang around with myself along the way. I understand my weight class in terms of how I used to look like. I understand what's amazing. I used to have 47 kilos heavier than this, and I lost all that weight. You understand? Although now I'm healthier in terms of my life. Although guess what? I realized that nice beautiful weight class that I used to have. I realized that's something that I now have experience about. I can actually experience how people are when they're overweight. You understand? Because I've been overweight. I've been obese, class 2. I approach you, although what's amazing is I had 33% body fat, and now I'm around 14%. You understand? So either way, I make sure I'm still fit. I make sure every single day I have something to do. So now every single day that when I look at my past and how I am today, I'm just a much better individual than yesterday. And that's the whole point. Every single day that you focus upon making sure that your life is just better than yesterday. You must understand that you must go and focus upon your nutritional skills. I have to go read all that information to lose that weight. I had to go to the supermarket, and I made the university of the supermarket my university. I go into the supermarket in terms of Woolworths or Coles or Aldi in Australia, and I start to look at every single bill, and I start to look at every single package in the supermarket. I start to look at all the ideas that the supermarket has in terms of life. And then I make sure every single day that I focus upon my life, and I focus upon making sure that I just stay here so I can grow. I promise you when I do that, I promise you I focus on better delivery, and when I deliver better, I deliver better information about all of life to inspire you to grow daily so that you can go and really prosper every single day. Thank you very much. I understand every single day I focus upon something I love to do. Thank you. Or else every single day you guys can check me out on my nice beautiful Instagram and also my YouTube channel. Or else every single day I focus upon making sure I'm always delivering. Thank you. Or else every single day I'm always going inside. I'm going inside so I can deliver. And when I deliver something, I deliver it in the best way. I mean, the best way is the only way. So focus on the nice, beautiful, best ways of life so that you can go and grow. Or else if you're with other people only, or else you have to be around people who have more information than you. You must understand that what's important is I understand how it is that when you have a family of 5 or 6 or 7 with you, I promise you have to take them all with you. You understand? I promise you that's dead weight. You understand? But what's amazing is make sure that you're learning more than your family. You understand? I mean, make sure you're learning more than your wife. I mean, make sure that you're learning more than your kids. You understand? I mean, how do you do that? You teach them much more. You seek out information much more while you have a family. You understand? So no matter what, or else there's no excuses for you to never read. You must be reading something much more than you are. You must be able to make a difference. And now when you're making a difference, you must be able to go and write something out. You write a book out. I mean, go and do some work about teaching life something about your life. You understand? Because that's the whole book of life. Or as the book of life is making sure that you're teaching your experiences all day long. Because when you're doing that, you're actually focusing upon making sure that your life is something much better. So when you're much better, you're focusing on teaching people every single day. And when you teach people, you're focusing on making sure they're always delivering a better deal. You must be able to deliver a better deal for yourself. And then you understand every single day that you're going to focus upon something you love to do, which is yourself. You must be able to love yourself daily. You must understand when I rotate my nice, beautiful communicational skills in a different way, I'm going to make sure I'm always delivering the best kind of material on the planet, because you have to understand that you have to save the best for last, you have to save the best for first as well. Understand? I realize that the whole equation must be the best way. Or else every single day that you must be living your life to the best degree that you can. You must be doing what you can. And now what you can do every single day is look at your information product. I mean, how much information do you understand? I mean, you can start from today teaching your information. You can start teaching the world your information and what you have experienced in your life every single day. So focus upon that every single day. You must understand that my life over here is 28 years of age. I've experienced a lot in 23 years in terms of 28 years of my life. I understand all that. I teach people about that. And how did I overcome my adversity? And how did I gain much more financial freedom? And how did I gain a business? And how did I gain my communicational skills? And how do I get to this point? I can teach you how to get to this point of my life. Otherwise, if I have level 50 wisdom, I can teach you how to get to level 50 wisdom. You understand? Otherwise, although I have more wisdom than most people because I'm teaching more. You understand? Otherwise, yes. Otherwise, what's amazing is a 70-year-old man or woman may have experienced life more than me. You understand? But I'm teaching more than them. You understand? Or I'm teaching more than them, which means I'll experience a better life than them eventually. You understand? So what's amazing is when I see a 50-year-old man who's obese, and I'm like this, I mean, of course I'm living a better life. I'm not fat. I'm fat to a certain degree, but they're obese. You understand? Otherwise, they're understanding either way. You must understand that what's amazing is going to experience life more, and then you can live more. But just because someone is twice your age doesn't mean they're confident in terms of more confident in you. Or what's amazing is I see plenty of people who are over the age of 60 who have never ever public spoken in their life, or else they've never got themselves in front of people, or else they never go in front of people and public speak. So make sure you understand every single day that you can focus on doing something every single day that can help you public speak in a different way. But just make sure you're staying consistent upon just make sure you're staying consistent upon something that you love to do, because that's the ultimate way to be. I promise the ultimate way to be is different. You must be able to be different, and you must be able to give those ideas in a different way so that you can correlate your life with a greater attitude. And then when you do that every single day, you'll focus upon making sure that you just go and really deliver the best life. You understand? You deliver something that's never sick. You understand? I mean, I never want you to be physically sick. I want you to heal the blind. I want you to walk on the water like Jesus Christ. I want you to calm down the storm in your life. You understand? I want you to understand every single day to go and really tell people to get back up and to wake up. You understand? I mean, tell people to wake up. I realized that when Jesus went into a house where this kid was acting like they're dead. You understand? And Jesus sat on the bed and said, "Wake up now." You understand? I mean, that's it. You understand? I mean, just wake up, please. You understand? I mean, wake up and go live your life is what Jesus is saying. You understand? So what's amazing is just focus upon making sure that you're motivating people and just wake up. You understand? I mean, wake up means go and be more conscious and go and have a better life. You understand? So every single day is just make sure that you're never ever doing anything to de-lift your life. I mean, make sure make sure you're inspiring your life to grow, and just make sure you have better communicational skills all day long. Because in the actual communicational skills, you'll find your belief system. And when you find your belief system in what you're saying, in terms of what you're saying, you'll find a better way to say it. You'll find a better way to express it. You'll find different ways of equations and persuasions and convincing methods of sales points and selling people in a way that you've never done before. And you will understand every single day that you're talking always in a different way. You understand? Because that's the whole point. Otherwise, the whole point is just making sure that you live your life to the fullest. Otherwise, that's the whole point. So make sure you're doing this every single day of your life, and you'll focus upon a greater life for yourself. And that's the whole point. You understand? I mean, you must make sure that your life is something of a treasure in your life, to be making sure that you go and live your life to the fullest. You must be making sure every single day that you just go and focus upon yourself and what you love to do daily, and then you understand how you can actually talk it up. You talk it up in a different way. You talk it up making sure that every single day you focus upon what you love to do, and then what you love to do is just make sure you go into the nice, beautiful place of where you can, so that you can go and really, really dwell upon a better way. And then once you do that, you focus upon making sure that you just go and deliver. You make sure you deliver, and make sure that you're always just making sure that you're different. You're different in a way that you're talking differently. I promise you, when you're talking differently, you're looking for new persuasion techniques and new ways of saying. Although, understand that what's amazing is before I even do this video, I give you skills in my journal. Or I give you skills in my journal that I maybe have never even gave you in this nice beautiful audio. So what's amazing is I understand every single day what is amazing, or what is amazing about my life is my journal is different communication than my video. You You understand? I realize that my video is different in communication than anything else. You understand? So every single day, I realize that my quotes are different from my journal. Or as my journal is different from my video. Or as my video is different from my audio. Although now, in terms of my life, I understand that I have some audios where it's different communication than this one. So you must be able to learn everything. I thank you. Alright, so every single day, you must focus upon making sure that your life is just much greater. So when you're much greater, focus on planning your life daily. When you're focusing upon actual daily incline of something that you love to do, focus upon the time and date of your life and focus upon understanding those times. Understand either way that what's important is I still have a lot of time to go until anything happens. I realize that every single day I focus on the best way of life. The best way of life is doing this right now so that I can grow and grow. Or as when I grow in different ways because that's the whole point, isn't it? Or else you have to grow, you have to be seeking out those ideas, you have to be traveling the world, you have to be public speaking, you have to be a leader as well, you have to, thank you. Or else you have to be making sure every single day you're just always giving people encouragement, you're giving people love and success every single day about your life. You're giving them your story. You're just making sure every single day that they focus upon something they love to do. You must be able to focus on something that you actually love to do. You must understand it's you. You must understand it's something that is really, really with you all day long. You must understand it's you. I understand although that what's important is when I say something, I say it differently all the time, and I just make sure every single day they understand that no matter what I do, I just make sure I'll always have more than enough time to do my content. Otherwise, when I do my content, I just go and speak all day long. I speak all day long in different ways and make sure every single day that I go and really improve myself. But when I improve myself, I just make sure I go and really live my life to the best way. I realize when I live that in the best way, I understand every single day, I focus on that nice, beautiful communicational skill, and then I focus upon doing it word by word. I realize when I do it word by word, I realize that it all is effort. I realize that this is effort to do. I realize that me to stand here and do it for however long, I realize it's an effort. You understand? So I have to make sure I give the best effort all the time so that I can succeed. Whereas when I succeed differently, I make sure I'm successful so I can give you that content, and then I make sure I move forward along with that. But I understand either way that when I'm speaking up more and more and more, I find more ideas about life and I find more ideas about how to live my life. But I understand that what's important is my communication daily. I promise you every time I communicate, I'm always delivering the best kind of content on the planet that you've never heard before, because I understand I have to expand my barrier. I have to expand the nice, beautiful idea that you have every single day. I promise you your idea is your information product. I realize that the Bible is one idea. I promise you life is one idea. I promise you everything you've ever seen is one idea. I promise you, although you have to increase your idea of you. You have to understand, you have to increase that nice, beautiful ability that you have, which is you, to grow and grow yourself in all aspects of life. I promise you, when you do that daily, you'll focus upon making sure that daily you can go and really, really dwell upon a better life. And when you do that, you'll focus on making sure that you're going to live a different way and do something a different way. And when you understand how to communicate in your sentences with your life, you understand how to self-reflect as well and how to really, really dwell upon something that you love to do. Because that's the whole point. Or the whole point is making sure that you just go and do what you love to do daily, and then go and really be passionate about it and understand it every single day to just focus on growth and be in front of people while doing it. I promise you that's it. I promise you the whole point is understand that when my business cards are flying everywhere, I understand I just let it be. You can go and every single day understand that I just go and really I dwell upon myself in my inside world, and then I understand either way that somebody else can also come and pick them up as well. Or what's amazing is I let everything happen, I let everything be, but I understand every single day I focus upon making sure that my life is straightforward in a way that I love what I do. I understand I love what I do. I understand that when I go and really dwell upon a different way or different strategy, that I understand either way, my life is always moving forward, and that's how I really do my life. I do my life in the best ways that I've never done before. I do something new all the time that I've never done, because that's how I experience life. I experience life in new ways. I go the new direction. I go somewhere where I've never been. Or else that's how I really dwell upon this video. I realize that this video is more enough, but guess what? I realize that I have to do more. I have to be making sure that I do more. I understand, although, that I have so much time available to myself today, that I can go and really, really inspire myself much more to go and do this in a nice, beautiful fashion. I realize that either way, that what's important is understand every single day that you focus upon something that you love to do. You must be able to understand every single day that when I focus on what I love to do, I focus on different communicational tactics. So when I do that, I focus on different ways of persuasion, and then I make sure to go inside to look for those ideas more. Because what's important right now is that I make sure that I do my video, and then once I do my video, I make sure either way that I have more than enough time to go and really, really live my life in a better way. I just focus every single day on focusing every single day. I focus on every single day to go and really deliver. I understand when I deliver something of quality, I deliver something of ideas, I deliver something in a different way. I make sure every single day I do that. I give you my experience on how to do so, and then I come here on a busking. I come here in a busking performance, and I start to do it nice, beautiful. I start to do a nice, beautiful way of incline where I can grow. I approach it when I grow. I understand every single day how to really absorb the world around me, because that's the whole point. You have to absorb the ideas. Everybody's giving you ideas, but you have to be seeking out more ideas than you see. You understand? I realize everybody's giving me ideas to a certain extent, but what's amazing is I have to keep looking at people. I have to keep studying people. I have to keep studying this life. I have to be a student every single day. I have to be studying upon what's going on and how are people looking at me and how are they dressing and why they're dressing that way and why they're saying what they do. Because I have to be asking those questions. I have to be understanding every single day that there's always a better way. But what the better way is, I realize, is never wasting time, but making sure that you're going and really dwelling upon better communicational skills. But never give up. I promise you that you must never give up on yourself. You must understand how I do life. You must understand that when you're here for 150 hours alone and you're doing busking like I am, you understand that life is alone. You must be going alone. You understand that every single time you do busking for over 200 hours, you understand the more you do busking alone, or the more you understand life. You understand? You understand that nobody else is going to build your legacy for you. You understand nobody is going to talk for you. You understand nobody is going to do anything for you. You understand? I realize that you must understand that you're just going to do it for yourself. You must understand that the only aspect of life that you can do really is go and seek out information and give it to people. I promise you, that's how you build a career. I promise you, that's how you build legacy. You build information products. You understand? Your information product is your company and website. You must understand that the Nike brand and Nike, Adidas, and whatever, in terms of clothing brands, you must understand they're all information. You understand? Or else every company in the world is information. You understand? Or else now, what information suits you? I mean, every single information must suit you. Or else that's what a life coach is. I mean, any type of information that you love, I love it also. You understand? I'm so interested in what you're doing. You understand? Because when you're doing something, I'm doing something as well. Or else that whatever you're doing today is because you have information to do so. I promise you now, the best information in the world is the Jesus Christ Bible, because that's something that grows you. You must understand every single day that when I look at the Jesus Christ Bible, I realize that's the first information of the world, and that's what makes me truly happy. I realize now why? Because that is something that is in the beginning of time. You understand? I mean, that's the first information of the world. I mean, that's the first chapter of life. You understand? I'm not sure, although you must understand that's the first book of life. You understand? So either way, I'm pretty sure I mean, every single other book came after the Bible. You understand? So realize that when you look at the Bible and you believe in the story of Jesus Christ and you believe in that information product, you understand heaven. You understand happiness. You understand why you must believe in happiness at Jesus Christ. You understand why you need to believe in the Bible and in the information of the Bible, because that information shows you that there's an eternity. And there's something after this world as well, where we're all going to celebrate together again. And so I promise you, I believe in that. I believe in something happier like that, because that makes me happy. I rather believe in that. You know, I realize that atheists never love to believe in that information. I realize either way, that's because they're unhappy. You know, so either way, I love to believe in it, because I'm something that believes in information. I believe in information. I believe in God. I believe in all information of life. I understand that what's amazing is when I believe in information, I just go and believe in Jesus Christ information, because that's all the information that you ever need. Or else that's all the happiness you ever need. So what else do? You just go and give the good story of Jesus Christ and the information of the Bible, and then understand either way, that's all you can do. And then either way, that's everything that you need to do. You understand? So what's amazing is every single day I go and spread everything about Jesus Christ every single day. And then I focus upon making sure I give my life story and how I am challenging myself to grow and how I really dwell upon better ideas and better products and making sure I find out more information about everything. You only have so much time in 24 hours, you understand? But one day is a lifetime. You have all the time in the world to do your life, you understand? You have all the time in the world. I mean, guess what? I realize that every single 24 hours you can say that you must go grow. You must grow in every single hour. You must grow in every single minute. You must be focusing on your decision making in a better way. I realize, although, that this nice, beautiful way of saying life is much better today because we have phones and we have technology that we never had before. And we have more information products today than ever before because we have a phone and we have internet. Understand? Because I understand that people in lifetimes of this life in the 21st century, from 2,000 years, in terms of 2,000 years to 2,100 years, Whereas now it's 2021. Whereas what's amazing is you must understand that from 2000 to 2100, you must understand that the world is transitioning online now. I promise you, everybody's going online. I promise you, everybody's starting to get YouTube channels. I promise you, all the people from the past that I have in my life, you must understand, they all have no YouTube channels. You understand? I realize none of them. I promise you, although one may, I realize a few of them may have a YouTube channel, but guess what? I realize they're never even, let's say, specializing in anything much. You understand? I realize that although, you must understand, I am much. I realize although, you must understand, it's really that they are never consistent on that Instagram or YouTube channel that they have. You understand? Although what's amazing is some individuals are consistent on Instagram. But understand, although nothing quite like I today. You must understand that what's amazing is when you're consistent online daily, you focus upon a better life for yourself and helping people to understand your life. Because understand that now, since we have internet and technology that we've never had before, you understand now humanity can grow much more than ever before. But understand that most people around you will never lift you with words. I promise you. So what do I do with those people? I stay away from those people, such as homeless people and anybody who has a poor image of life, because that's what they spread out. You understand? I stay away from poor image people. Or as soon as I hear one little shifty mistake that you make, I be wary of you. You understand? Because I understand that in communication, you're only lifting people. Or if you lift me with 10,000 words and then you say something that you mean, in terms of something that you mean that is negative, and you mean it, I stay away from you forever. I mean, even if it's just one sentence. You understand? You must be lifting me every time. You must apologize for that. You must apologize for negatively criticizing someone and say what you really mean in a positive way. And say, I apologize for this, but I really mean this in a positive way about you. You understand? So that lifts me. Or else when you speak positivity about me, or else that always lifts me. But what's amazing is focus upon understanding that when I came to here to my own place, or else the half of this stage was, let's say, in shade, and now it's all sunny. So either way, you must understand that no matter what, I still do my work, because I understand that if I go over there or to the left or right of me, I understand that people are walking there, so I stay on the stage here for now. I understand either way I cover up my skin. I understand either way that what's important is every single day. I mean, you can cover your skin with a jumper, you can also cover it with a scarf, you can cover it with a jacket. Or is that somebody may say, hey, why are you in a jacket in the sun? I mean, guess what? Guess what? You must understand, how do they know how long you're going to be in the sun for? You understand? So what's amazing is understand that if you're in the sun for 8 hours or 10 hours, I mean, wear a jacket. You understand? I mean, even if it's hot. You understand? Because at least you're going to be saving your skin. You understand? So realize that what's amazing every single day is focus upon something that you love to do, and what you love to do is make sure that you talk about everything. You understand? I mean, when you're talking about everything, you're focusing on the bigger picture, you're focusing on the bigger equation every single day, you're focusing on something that you love to do daily. I promise you must be focusing on more information products daily so that you can add to the nice people persuasion. But what's amazing is now that you understand that before internet came and before the phones came, you must understand that people, in terms of 99% of the people out there, always are delisting people. You understand? I promise you, they're just people who make negatively criticize you. You understand? Because guess what? I realize that it's even worse when you have no internet and no phone. I realize the people around you, how do you get around millionaires and billionaires around you with no internet? You understand? I mean, how? I mean, you have to find people around you. You have to go around people and you have to start dwelling upon a better way to communicate with yourself all day long. But you have to get the reading materials, and you have to understand to go and find those radio channels. You understand? So either way, that before radio channels and before TV and before planes, I mean, how do they lift each other? You understand? So what do? You must understand that what's amazing is understand they can write something, but guess what? Or is that the best way in the olden times is Jesus' times, because that's the newest times as well. Or else anything that's old is new, but understand that everything in life is the yin yang. Or else evil is positive. You understand? I mean, positive is good. Or else good is negative. I mean, everything is everything. You understand? I mean, what's amazing every single day is focus upon understanding Jesus Christ and how Jesus Christ lives life. I mean, every single day, I focus upon understanding that no matter what you're doing today, you must understand today is the best time. Or there's no better time today than in history. You must understand today is now and always. I promise you, every single day we have opportunities more today than ever before to go and step up and do something that is worth it. Or else every single day you must understand that no matter what, that now since you understand this, you understand that veganism is coming out now. In the past 30 years, you understand that veganism is being, let's say, in promotion for that long. You understand? Although veganism has been in promotion for a long time, but now since we have internet, or else only 1% of the people in the planet who are less than 1% in terms of, let's say, less than 1% of the people are vegans. You understand? Or else, although you must understand, I'm a vegan. I'm the minority of people who are vegan people. I understand, although I live a great life because of it. You understand? Because I get to choose my life every single day to never kill a cow and to never drink its milk and to never have a purpose for a cow to be milking, in terms of to be around a farm, in terms of where they have to milk a cow. You understand? So I never drink the milk. So I have no service for a cow, although I may understand that no matter what, you must understand that I just let it be. You understand? I just let it be because that's the only decision in life to understand, to let other people be the way they are. You must understand that if you want to change people, you give them information on how to do so, and that's it. I mean, that's that. I mean, give them more ideas, and that's how you change people. I mean, you can change anybody as long as you give them ideas. You can convince anybody of anything. You understand? Or else if you want to change your father, or else if you want to change your mother and your sister and your brother and anybody in your family, you can. You can change them totally. You have to give them. You have to give them ideas. You have to give them the ideas, and then once you give them the ideas, you then change into that individual, and then they watch you, and then they change because of you. You understand? I promise you, it's that simple. But what's amazing every single day is focus on giving people ideas, and then you change people over time like that. You'll change so many people when you're giving ideas about that. But I realize now, since veganism is coming up, or was that before the internet, or was that the slaughterhouses were going on for the 1800s and 1900s. Or was all these slaughterhouses are killing meat in the process, but it's never in the actual internets. But today, it's actually exposing itself now. Or was that you can actually see what's happening behind the scenes in terms of all the slaughterhouses and how they kill animals today because we have internet. But before internet, I mean, how do you really see that? I mean, how do you really see how a cow is being actually dominated and killed for you to eat? I mean, you have to be at the slaughterhouse to do that. But now, people who are actually in the slaughterhouse themselves are taping it. Understand? So realize they're actually spreading the message to never do it. Understand? So either way, you must understand that when you see 1,000 chickens and they're actually going into the nice, beautiful machine and they're going, or else they get diced and sliced. I mean, thousands of chickens. I mean, understand? I mean, come on. You must understand, thousands of chickens grouped up together. I realize either way, in the nighttime, and then what happens is some guy just comes in, or else he starts kicking them. Understand? Or else he starts kicking all these chickens. Understand? Or else, yes, they feel strong together. Or else that's amazing that they feel strong together. But then somebody starts kicking them around and putting them in these machines and starts chucking them in the shredder. You understand? I mean, alive. I mean, you get your son or daughter, or you get your husband or wife and throw them in a shredder that's actually going like this. You understand? And then, or as they'll go in the shredder, and then what happens is they become finished, or as they just die. You understand? I mean, guess what? Or as that, you must understand either way that when you realize that, you must understand thousands of chickens. You must understand. You must see what a cow does in terms of life. I mean, it will never hurt you, but people go up to it and just put some type of bullets into the head. And the cow just may stand still, and then guess what? Or else the guy may come again, and boom, again. And then the cow just drops on the floor. Understand? Or else that, you must understand either way, that what's amazing is never kill non-human animals and life forms. Understand? But today, internet is exposing people. I mean, internet is exposing everybody, and that's excellent. I promise you, that's excellent because the truth must be exposing yourself. Understand? Or I'm exposing myself today as much as I can because that's how I enter the spotlight faster than everybody else. Understand? Because guess what? Or the internet today is exposing you totally because I can see your Instagram and I can see how much work you're doing. I can see exactly who you are. I can see how much you're doing for the world around you straight away by your YouTube channel and also your Instagram and social media profiles, and how much do you inspire me personally. I mean, how much information do you come to me personally to give me? You understand? So realize that those people around you never have your best interest in mind. Or is that those people around you who are millionaires and billionaires have your best interest in mind. You must understand that those people who have made more than $1 million in plastic money and have it in their pocket right now. I mean, guess what? Or else anybody can make $1 billion, but guess what? Or else what's amazing is have it in your pocket right now and you're still a billionaire. Or else if you're a multi-billionaire, but then you lose the multi-billionaires, in terms of you lose the billions of dollars in terms of plastic. You understand? I mean, how are you a multi-billionaire anymore? You're an ex-multi-billionaire then. Or else you're only a multi-billionaire in plastic money when you have it in your pocket. I mean, and keep it there. I mean, keep the multi-billions of plastic money in your pocket and you'll still be a multi-billionaire in plastic money. You understand? But if you go from multi-billions of dollars of plastic money to $1 in your pocket only, you're only the $1 man in plastic money. You understand? I promise you. I promise you, if you look at your self-worth, basing it on your plastic money today, you then are the plastic money that you have in your bank account. You understand? I promise you, that is then your self-worth. Or else that's it, because if you are looking at your actual self-worth, that is your plastic money, then that is your self-worth. You understand? But what's amazing is understand that your self-worth is Jesus Christ. You must be looking at your self-worth like Jesus Christ looks at his self-worth. You must understand that Jesus Christ values everything, but Jesus Christ never carries multi-billions of dollars in plastic money or even $1 in coins in his pocket. I mean, why do you even need it back in those times? I mean, why do you even need it today? You only ever need plastic money today because they're printing it and making you work for it. You understand? I mean, that's it. I mean, they're persuading everybody today because they're printing their own plastic money and they're making you work for it. You understand? So never work for plastic money. You understand? You work for something greater. You work for Jesus Christ. You work for Jesus Christ. And I mean, work for the attitude of Jesus Christ. I mean, work for the information of Jesus Christ. I mean, when you work for the information of Jesus Christ, you will find happiness. You'll find something that you love to do. You'll find a better way. You'll find a better way to persuade people into your way of life. You understand? Because your way of life is Jesus Christ's life. You understand? So find better ways of conclusion into your success every single day, to focus upon what you love to do, and make sure you understand every single day that I have no breaks. I never have a break in my life. Or as when I'm eating something and drinking something, I'm never having a break. I'm eating because that's my business. I'm drinking something because I need the energy. I sleep as well. Or else sleep is work. Or else food and drink is work as well. Or else you must understand all the time that you must go and really dwell upon a better life. So when you're dwelling upon a better life, you're focusing on different areas of persuasion that you can go and help people with. Or else when you do that, you dig into the information product that you have. Or else when you do that, you're just speaking all the time in a different way, and you're just making sure that you go and live up to what you say. You understand? I mean, just make sure every single day you focus upon something that you love to do. I mean, just make sure every single day that you achieve your 1 hour, every single day in video, and then you may do some extra. But guess what? Or else that's because it's just extra. You can just go in the extra mark. Or else you can just finish off 1 hour a day and then go. Or else if you want to do 1 hour and 45 minutes in your video, you can, but make sure it's 1 hour and 45 minutes so you can get to the train station, so you can go to where you need to go. Understand? Because you already do 1 hour. Instead, you do 1 hour every single day is what you want to achieve. I mean, anything extra is just extra. I mean, guess what? Whereas when you do extra sometimes, you understand why you're just an extra type of man or woman, or else you're just an extra type of man or woman. You're just an extra type of woman or man. You must understand either way that what's amazing every single day is focus upon understanding that no matter what you're doing, you are exposing yourself today, whether you like it or not. I promise you, although I can see straight away who to hang around with. I promise you now, if you de-lift me and you say something negative in your sentence about me, I never again hang around with you. I promise you. You must be able to lift me with every single word that you say if you want me around you. You must understand that. I never go into groups anymore or anything that, let's say, may swear at me or they may say something about me that is negative, because what's positive about me, I thank you, or what's amazing every single day is I focus upon making sure every single day I do something that I love to do. I promise you, when I love to do something, I make sure I'm growing. I make sure I'm doing something that is really, really shooting me up to success. I promise you, when I go into success every single day, I focus on different areas of something that I love to do. You understand? Or is that anything I love to do is exposing myself in front of people as much as I can so I can go and boost my legacy. You understand? Because that's the whole deal. Pretty much the whole deal of building your legacy today is effort. You have to put in the effort. You have to understand that because I'm here daily for over 150 hours in front of people, I'll rush either way, I'll go and put $1 million and more in terms of hours to do this. I'll do another 1 million hours in front of people because it's worth it. Or there's nothing else I love to do right now than this, which is growth. I promise you, growth is the only occasion, and that's why I come here, because it's work in terms of growth. I realize it's my duty to grow, so I realize I make sure I pronounce myself in a responsible way to come here and lead people. in a different way. I mean, it doesn't have to be in front of people. Or else what's amazing is I can do it online. I can do it online. So that's why the internet is very excellent, because I can go online and do my work forever. But before, you have to be doing something in front of people in terms of work. But then you can also be behind the scenes without internet. But understand either way that those people who are living on their own in terms of life in the past are also people who are much more peaceful. You understand? Or is it, no matter what you're doing, you must understand that when you're living alone, you'll always be much more peaceful than with other people. You understand? Because only when you are alone, you'll be lifting yourself only. I promise you, the more you are alone in life, the more you'll actually lift yourself. But when you're with other people and they're negatively criticizing you all the time, I mean, of course, that you're going to step down to them then. You understand? Or else when they say you'll never become a star, I promise you, you may believe that, but you become a star. I'm always a star. I'm always everything much more than yesterday, but make sure you're never around people who, or else just make sure you're never around people who negatively criticize you, because then they will peer pressure you into becoming them to do that to others. You understand? So what's amazing is never be around negative people who are delifting you with words. I mean, be around inspirational people who are lifting you with words. You understand? You must be around those people who lift you only and never criticize you negatively, but give you another chance to succeed. You understand? Or so what's amazing every single day is understand that when you're alone and there's nobody else around you, you're always lifting yourself. You'll live the longest life. You live the longest life because that's how you live up to 100. You live alone. I mean, totally. I mean, never be around other people, because that's the most peaceful life. I promise you, as soon as you're alone, you have the best life. I promise you, if you're always chasing other people and you're calling them to hang around, I promise you, that's because you may be a drug addict. You understand? Or else that's because you don't know yourself. You don't know who you are. You don't know that you can do it on your own without them. Or else that's why you go around people. You understand? You go around people to lift them only. You never go around them to call them to hang out for the day. Or else for the day, well, that's 24 hours, man. You must understand either way, man or woman. You must understand no matter what, that you must go and really, really never call them first and never message them first. Or else let them message you, and if it's a positive reply, or as if it's positive, comment. You can comment back. But if it's a negative comment that they give you, I mean, why do you reply to negativity? You never reply to negativity. You give them silent treatment. You understand? Or is that what's amazing is never expect other people to lift you with words. You understand? Or is that when I send my biological father and mother something, or is that rarely do they lift me with words? I mean rarely. You understand? So what's amazing is sometimes my biological father may send me $50 in Australian dollars. Or is that my biological mother may send me a rare message of I love you or something like that. You understand? Or else either way, or else that's how they are. But what's amazing is understand I stay away from them. Because I stay away from those people who never lift me with words. You understand? I make sure I go around people who just lift me with words all day long. Because that's something that I need to be much more inspirational about. Or else when you're lifting people with words, you're full of ideas. But anybody who's just criticizing you negatively about what you're doing in life is somebody who's just negative upon you and wants you down. Or else they want to kick you down with words. So understand to understand to be lifting people with words all the time, so you can go and focus upon a better life. Because when you do that daily, you'll focus upon something that you love to do. And when you love to do your life the most, you understand why you're actually positive. So be doing that all your life. I mean, be understanding either way that my technology here is excellent, or else everything's excellent, or else that's why I'm excellent. You understand? When I describe you as excellent, I'm also excellent. Because I understand that what's amazing is you have to be smarter. You have to be understanding how to really expose yourself much more. And understand that my journal, in terms of my writing journal, is my one actual reason that I expose myself. I say everything in that journal. I say everything about my life and what I've done. And then I have no shame for it anymore. Because I've exposed it. I've been exposing myself all day long. And every single day for the past 3 years, I've been showing you my life. Totally. I mean, everything is in a spotlight with me. You understand? Or else that's how I move forward. And that's how I get to be a public speaker in front of a crowd. Because I've been exposing my life. I have nothing to be ashamed about. I'm never ashamed of myself. I understand, although that what's amazing is I'm never living in shame anymore. I'm never living in anxiety anymore about what I've done. You understand? I'm never living in guilt anymore about what I've done. And that's why I'm here doing public speaking event. Because I've been exposing my guilts and my shames and my shame and what I believe was a shame. You understand? I've been exposing the information of my life, and that's it. You understand? I mean, that's all you have to do. Or else that everything that I believed in terms of, everything that I was saying and what I'm saying now is you are only in that position because you have to understand that you have to speak up more. Alright, when you speak up more, you shall be better than your position. Alright, if you want to overcome adversity, you can if you speak up more and help more people by speaking up, by actually talking more. So understand I'm in this position because I have been exposing my whole life in information. Or else all the information of my life, I've been exposing it. And that's why I'm in the spotlight. I was ashamed of myself and my experiences and my actual life in terms of how I was living. I'm living now more than ever. You understand? So what's amazing about my life now is it all adds up when you're talking it much more. So realize my disciplines are still here. I'm still vegan. I'm still sober. I'm still holding on to my disciplines daily. So what's amazing is never go back on your disciplines. But make sure sometimes that you go back on your words in a way that you go move forward and grow. Or what's amazing is sometimes you have to understand that when your sentence is never pronunciating the best way, you go back on your words so that you can pronunciate it in a better way. You only ever go to the past to make sure that you learn from your mistakes. Or if you have to talk to other people, you make sure you inspire them only with words. You understand? But just understand that those people who you inspire may never inspire you. You understand? Or that if they never inspire you, go to people who inspire you only. And just be around people who inspire you only. You understand? I mean, never talk to people who you send messages to of inspiration, who and they never reply to you in a way that is positive. I mean, why do you want to inspire negative people? I mean, let them be negative. You understand? I mean, move away from them because they're just a waste of your time. I give you treats and presents and you say, fuck off. I never need you in my life, man. You understand? I never need you in my life. I never need those people in my life. I mean, why would I send you a present ever again? I mean, what for? I realize my present in this video, which is 1 hour of communication that teaches your life, is a present. So never say fuck off for it. You understand? So what's amazing is say something sweet. I mean, say something like, I thank you. You're very kind. You understand? To give me that. You understand? Because be appreciative about the people in your life. You understand? But if you're somebody homeless on the street or someone like that and you believe you're all that on the street and you're sleeping on the street and you believe you're some big woman or some big man of you understand? I mean, you believe you're some big man. I mean, guess what? You must be much better than that. You must be understanding that every single day, focus upon never living on the street in the first place, and then you can actually gain more respect for yourself. Understand? Because I've seen a woman who was homeless recently on the street, and I went up to her and I said, why on the street? And she said, because I have a dog. Understand? I have a dog as well, but I understand my dogs is just I. Or else I'm my only dog. Or else now, guess what? Or else she never wants to leave the street. Why? Because she has a dog. Or else, I mean, you have accommodation over here in Sydney for $155 a week for yourself. And she says, yeah, but my dog, or else it's too bad. I mean, sleep on the street then. Understand? I mean, sleep on the street then. I mean, since you never want to give your dog to somebody else so that you can live a happier life. Understand? I mean, guess what? You must never put non-human animals above your health. You understand? I mean, that's what you have to understand. Every single day, you must focus upon understanding to give the dog away and give the pet away that you have. So you never have to sleep on the street. You understand? I mean, sometimes you must understand that what's amazing is if she lets go of the dog, she has accommodation and she can afford it. You understand? Because what the hotel does in terms of the accommodation, or as they say, no dogs and no cats. I mean, that's it. And she doesn't want to let go. Or as if you don't want to let go, or as if you never want to let go of your pets, you then sleep on the street. You understand? Because that's what you deserve then. I mean, do you understand? I mean, you are what you deserve. You understand? Or else that's that. And guess what? I mean, she has the decency to swear at me too for trying to convince her to get away from the dog so that she can be happier. You understand? Because she loves dogs so much. I love dogs. I love dogs. I love dogs so much that at least I want to put a roof over my head. You understand? But she loves dogs so much that she wants to sleep on the street with the dog. I mean, you understand? I mean, she loves dogs so much that she wants to sleep on the street with dogs. I love dogs so much that I want to sleep alone with myself. In a roof, in terms of, I have a roof over my head, and I'm safe, and then I have privacy as well. I love myself so much. I love the dog too. Understand? I mean, guess what? I mean, understand that. You understand? So never put your health at risk for a dog and for anything else. I mean, take care of your health. But as soon as you tell her no, in terms of you must do better than that, or they may swear at you, those homeless people. So I never ever go giving them a business card anymore. I never go give them a business card, and I never speak to them ever again because I give them accommodation and they say, rah, rah, rah. You understand? And they start swearing at me too. So either way, I never deserve to be sworn at, so I never go to those people who swear at me anymore. Or as soon as you swear at me in a negative way, where it's actually you mean it, I realize I'll never see you again. I'll see you all the time, but I'll just never be around you. You understand? Or as soon as you say one negative mistake in terms of an idea, where you give me an idea that's negative to criticize my life, I'll just stay away from those people. You understand? I make sure every single day you focus upon making sure that those people around you are only lifting you, because that's what you need. You need to be lifting yourself all the time into greatness. You need to be something much more than yourself every single day. I thank you. Or every single day, focus upon your life. I mean, when you're focusing upon your life to succeed in a greater way, you focus in the best fashion, you focus on something that you love to do daily, and just make sure every single day that you have the best life. I mean, have the best life for yourself so you can focus upon something you love to do, because when you love to do something, just make sure either way that you go and really, really dwell upon your life. But I understand, although, that my nice, beautiful skin has been in the sun for over 30 minutes now, but I understand either way that now I shall pause this nice beautiful video, because I understand that either way I shall do that, because I understand either way I can pull on my jumper and just do I will say, guys, that either way that now I've started my nice beautiful program, but what's amazing is I just have to pause it just for a second to see something. I see either way, I just have to test my technology. So sometimes that when you pause your video or something like that, I understand it works every single time. So what's amazing is just be sure on yourself only. I understand either way that what's amazing is I just put my nice beautiful jumper so I can be away from the sun with my skin, because I understand either way that what's important is just make sure that you're just living your life to the fullest and making sure that your skin never gets skin cancer either way. I mean, just make sure your skin never gets skin cancer as well. You understand? So either way, I pull down my nice beautiful pants because I understand it's 31 degrees. You understand? So either way, sometimes you have to do this. You have to do this to be in front of a crowd. You have to do this to be able to grow. You have to understand to have a long sleeve shirt or jumper or something like that, and realize that it's healthy for your skin. So I'm actually doing what I say. You understand? I cover my nice beautiful back end with my towel, and I have a hat. You have to understand that you can also grab yourself sunglasses if you ever want sunglasses. Or what's amazing is understand that you can grab yourself gloves as well when it's cold. You understand? So what's amazing is make sure that you're really, really, let's say, around better areas, and go to areas that it's more affordable for you to do so. I mean, make sure you go and do the best prices every single day. I mean, do the best deals. I mean, do something that's really worthy of yourself and your attention. So what's worthy of your attention today is making sure that you're reading more and making sure that you're just writing more. I mean, be the one writing more about your life. I mean, be the one exposing your life totally about something that you love to do daily. I mean, understand every single day I come here, and regardless of the people today, I mean, guess what? Today there is a lot of people in Sydney. I was in Marketplace, I realize there's been a few hundred that have seen me. Although in Peachtree Mall, I realize there's tens and thousands of people that see me. So there's a big difference between hundreds of people and tens and thousands of people. Either way, I'm here because over there they closed it, or over there they're closing it for 4 days, although it's open tomorrow, or as tomorrow is now. So either way, understand that every single day is I focus upon understanding I have to get to Newcastle. So when I get to Newcastle, I understand I still continue my work in a different way. I go around the scenery, I go and do my travel photos, I go and do my branding photos in Newcastle, I change up my clothing, I go also make sure I see new people, and I make sure I talk to new people that interest I. So when something interests me about you, I ask you a question about your life, and how'd you do that? In a sense, so what's amazing is I only ever ask Jesus questions because I understand how to get what you have. I already see how to get what you have. In a sense, so what do I do now? I just ask myself questions only. I never have to ask you a question, but let's say you may have something in terms of possessions, or something that may strike me with an idea. I may ask you about that. In a sense, so for example, just the other day, or some guy has a trolley, and I say, where'd you get that trolley? And he just says, just at the Asian store in Chinatown. Or either way, you must understand, I'll go there and I go and have a look. So what's amazing every single day is I focus upon making sure that my life is successful, so then I can help your life be successful, because that's what the whole point is. Or the whole point of life is making sure that everybody's successful around you, but that you're in front of more people. Public speaking is the excitement. Or else when you're giving a live performance in front of people, or else it's so exciting, or else it's happiness that you're giving. You're giving so much happiness to everybody, because what everybody else is doing with you is giving you attention that you deserve. And so when you want the attention, you can always get it if you step up in front of people to understand how to do that. So I have busking performances in Sydney for the next 72 years. I can be in front of a crowd all my life. I mean, that's amazing, isn't it? I mean, every single day I can do a public speaking performance in Pitt Street Mall for the rest of my life in front of people. I mean, that's amazing, isn't it? Or is that something of happiness that I can do all my life? Or is that something of a hobby? Or is that something of my personal development attitude? And I have affordable accommodation for the rest of my life in Sydney at the Q Space Hotel in Chinatown. And you can get it for $155 to about $175 for yourself only. You understand? So either way, or is that what's amazing is understand either way. I understand I can do my YouTube work in Sydney for the rest of my life. I understand although I have to see the rest of Australia, so I go around Australia and then I come into Sydney again so that I can go and really do my work again, and I just continue my nice beautiful life. And this time around Sydney, I make sure that I go build events around town this time, but I make sure I get myself a long license this time. And once I understand this time, I'll be doing longer videos in terms of my nice beautiful way of saying that I am here to do longer videos. I'm here to do much more than what I do. So I get myself a long busking license. I come to Sydney in a better time. And then what happens is from that point, I just make sure to get a chair or something and I sit and just promote myself all day long in front of people. You understand? I just go and do something random. I mean, every single day, understand that what you must be doing is a better work for yourself. So go and do something that really, really sparks your attention to grow. And when you're growing, I mean, focus upon building your talents and requirements to do something that is really worthy of you daily. Because what's worthy of me is making sure that I go and speak up. So when I speak up by making more music in terms of actual soundtracks. I speak up by making more of my voice heard in a different way. And then I make sure every single day I speak up more by traveling the world more. And I do it silently. So what's amazing is when I travel the world and when I do anything, I promise you that what is amazing is that God says, hey, just go. And saying, I mean, just go, because everybody else is jealous of you and nobody else has time for you. I mean, nobody else wants to talk with you, but you can travel. I mean, you may as well go travel then. I mean, when you understand that you can go and travel, you go and travel. I realize although that in the nice beautiful course of 95 courses of busking videos, I said, hey, I have to do another 5 videos for me to be able to go, because I want to achieve my busking videos of 100 busking videos before I leave. You understand? But this is my 102nd busking video already. You understand? So either way, you must understand that no matter what number it is, I realize that you guys can mix it up, but understand that no matter what, I'm always here to deliver information about my life, and I'm here to succeed every single day. I'm here to do my work. You understand? I'm here to make sure that I grow. I realize it's a Sunday today. I'm still working, aren't I? I'm working, I'm doing my job today. I'm doing my job every single day. I mean, on New Year's Day, I come and do my work as well. And then, I mean, every single day, I'm doing my work. So no matter what, whereas nothing is stopping me from talking every single day. So I'm focusing upon different areas of tactics where I can go and grow. Whereas when I grow in different ideas. I grow in different ways that I've never said before. Whereas every single day, although, you must focus upon something that is helping you. And information is that. You must understand, information is something of a commodity that helps you grow. So understand, no matter what, that when you repeat information, you repeat it in a different way in a video. So this video is different from all other videos. You must understand that this video will intrigue you in some other way differently to what I've said before, but understand everything that I've ever said in my life is just grow. You understand? I mean, everything that you can sum up about my life is go Jesus Christ. I mean, in a sense, so either way, what is amazing every single day is focus upon making sure that you're just lifting people daily and focusing upon that. I promise you, when you focus upon that, you focus upon making sure that you can go and plan your life in a video. And once you do that, you focus on a professional attitude where you can go and grow your attitude in a better way, because it's about better communicational skills daily. And when you can do that in front of a crowd all the time, you'll focus every single day on planning your life. I understand that what's amazing is when you go around Sydney, Australia, or anywhere around the world, you build these events eventually. You eventually do build the events, and then what happens is you plan the video, you plan your life in the video upon how you actually do everything, and then guess what happens? Or else eventually, you are always growing. You understand? So every single day of my life in Sydney, Australia, I can grow. I mean, I can grow. I have accommodation. I can live on $30,000 a year in salary. I can live on less than that as well. I can live on $20,000 a year in salary in terms of plastic money in Australia, Sydney, and I have 1-bedroom apartment. I mean, $20,000 a year in terms of plastic money, and I can have a 1-bedroom apartment in Sydney, Australia, Chinatown. I mean, that's a beautiful idea. So every single day you can find accommodation at the Q Space Hotel at Chinatown. So either way, you must understand that what's amazing every single day is find something of unique type of quality that you have every single day to speak about, and just start speaking and speaking and speaking, and you'll find out eventually that you have more interests than just what you love. You love to do what you hate as well. You understand? But guess what? Or else that is the whole point. Or else you must love to do what you hate. You must understand to love what you hate also. You understand? You must love everything. You must never hate anything. You must understand that what's important every single day is focus upon making sure that you grow. Because every single time and day that I grow up now, I understand the people around me and how negative they are. I promise you. I promise you, although, that what's positive about the people that I have, let's say, publicly spoken in front of people, where I've done some public speaking in front of, or is that none of them are causing me violence, except one of them only. Or as do you understand? So over 4 million people have, let's say, never ever hit me or something like that, physically. So what's happening around here is understand that in Brisbane, Australia, or is that some guy tried to grab my stuff. I mean, who's grabbing my business cards, but I allow that, you understand? I allow it, because it's a smart attitude. I mean, never ever try to hit anybody physically because they touch your portable speaker, you understand? Or as either way, you must understand that what's amazing is get away from people who delift you. And now, anybody who tries to even get into my video this time, you must understand that from now on, I'm building my nice, beautiful communicational skill to tell them, hey, you're negatively criticizing me, but I'm a positive human being who never criticizes me in a negative way. So if you have nothing better to say, you can just leave, please. You understand? Or as if they start to negatively criticize you again, you just say, I apologize, sir, or woman, or madam. I have a nice, beautiful video here. You understand me? Or as either way, I just turn my back on them and I'll just start going and continue my work and I just reject them totally. You understand? Because that's the only way that I can be positive. You understand? I never want to listen to negativity. You understand? I want to listen to positivity. You understand? So what's amazing is if you have to listen to negativity and you have to be, if you have to be around negative people, you just read and smile on their face. You understand? You smile in the negative individual's face, and then guess what? Or as eventually they become so much smarter because of you. And because they're so much smarter, or as they're picking up your attitude here. You understand? Or as actually learning from you while they're speaking. You understand? So what's amazing is go and focus upon something that you love to do, but make sure you're never giving your time to those people who are negatively criticizing you with words. Now, I mean, never give them time. I mean, give yourself time and make sure you're only around people who positively influence you. I go online now and I only ever send content personally to those people who inspire me. I mean, that's it. Or as if they inspire me with words, I send them inspirational words. Or as soon as they may, let's say, inspire me in terms of uninspire me, in terms of demotivate me or negatively criticize me, I mean, even once, or else I never ever again send them a message. You understand? I mean, send people a message of inspiration in terms of who is an inspiration in your life, and that's that. I mean, never ever send negative people an inspirational remark, because you're doing that already on YouTube and Instagram. You're doing that already, so never talk to them, but talk to the people who are inspiring you daily. You understand? I mean, try to send them a message, I mean, whatever. I mean, what's amazing is every single day focus upon making sure that you're better than what you say, and make sure every single day you focus on a better attitude, because this is also something that I do daily. I make sure daily I go and really focus upon myself and my name and how to increase my name daily, because I understand no matter what I do daily is I focus upon making sure I love my life, and that's how I really live my life. I live my life in a better way than yesterday. I focus on better ways of dealing with life and dealing with something I love to do, but I understand that no matter what, that what's important every single day is focus on just doing your work. Or else when you're doing your work online, or else this is what you're doing. You're doing your busking performance, regardless of how many people there are around you. Because understand, no matter what happens, you have to realize that even if there are thousands of people around you, or as now, either way, you invite them in your nice, beautiful seminar. And if they're negative with you inside of your video, you then kick them out. I understand, although I have 2 individuals in my nice, beautiful video where they are really negative. You understand? Although, guess what? Or else either way, I understand that when I really do anything to, let's say, grow, I understand that or else every single day I focus upon individuals who never criticize me in a negative way. Or else, although there's only been one in my nice, beautiful video who's actually came in my video and negatively started to criticize I. So when I realize every single day I focus upon only those individuals who lift me up with words, or as that's the only deal. When you're doing that daily, you're focusing upon something that you love to do, and then you're focusing upon different areas of persuasion and techniques to make sure that you're just much more successful than yesterday. I mean, just make sure that you're just one head taller today than yesterday. You know what I'm saying? So make sure every single day you're reading. You must be reading. You must be public speaking. Much more and more and more and more. You must understand. You have to get to it right now. I'm 28 years of age. I mean, how much age do you have? You must understand, I have over 150 hours at 28 years of age. I've already overtaken all the people of the past. You understand? Alright, now, you must understand that what's amazing is understand that I now am always pronunciating myself in a better way. So I'm always public speaking around town somewhere. So realize that either way, that what's amazing is I afford it. I afford every single day to do what I love to do. And then make sure you're living within your means. I realize if you have $20,000 salary, you live within that, and that's it. Understand? But then how do you increase your money capacity? I mean, how do you increase the plastic money in your life? You increase the time of your life first. You increase the time that you're giving. You understand? You have to be giving much more information to increase that plastic money. You understand? Or now, if you have $20,000 for the rest of your life, you have to understand that's because of how much you've given in terms of words. You understand? Or else either way, you must understand that is how it is. But if you want to be a multi-billionaire, you just speak your way there. You just talk and talk and talk all the way there. You will eventually get there. You understand? You have to give people $1 billion in ideas to be able to gain $1 billion in terms of to be able to gain $1 billion. So make sure you're just giving more words and you'll get more popular, and the people around you will come and give you plastic money so that you can come and teach them something about life, because you're somebody or a researcher or scientist or life coach or something that you are in terms of knowledge broker who is actually brokering everybody into fame. You understand? You're brokering everybody to make sure they are doing something. Or else every single day, you must be focusing on motivating people daily. I understand, although I still have 15 minutes in this video, so every single day I focus upon understanding that no matter what, you must focus every single day to focus on different areas of persuasion, which is entertainment and inspiration, and also making sure you're informing people and making sure that you're persuading people. I mean, Toastmasters goes by entertaining and inspiring and persuading and informing. You must be able to do all four to be able to be a public speaker. You understand? You must be able to learn public speaking while you're doing a busking performance by yourself. I understand Toastmasters get together every single week for 30 minutes so that they can do a 2-minute speech. I do a 2-hour speech every single day. You understand? But there's a big difference between Toastmaster and me. You understand? I do 2-hour speeches every single day, or as they do 2 minutes of public speaking every single day. You understand? Or now, what's amazing every single day is even if you do 1 hour of public speaking every single day, you're still doing more. You understand? So focus upon just achieving 1 hour first, and then you can go and do the rest. You understand? So realize every single day, focus upon making sure every single day you do the best you can and feel the best you can and be the best you can. And that's how you really achieve anything. You have to understand, Novak Djokovic and all these tennis players have to play tennis in 31 degrees and hotness and sun, or else they have to play in that kind of weather. You understand? But they wear out very soon, or else they get physically tired over time. You understand? Because your body is going to get physically tired over time. You understand? I mean, why is that? Because you get worn out physically. I mean, when you're physically tired, I mean, what do you do then? You go spiritually. You understand? You realize that when you're really growing up in age, that it's not, I realize that it's never about the physical aspects of life. I realize it's more about the actual spiritual life that you have. So this is spiritual, and it's really communicational skills that you can do at 100 years of age. You can speak like this at 100 years of age. You understand? So that's something powerful. You understand? So at 1,000 years of age, you can speak up like this, and you never have to be moving. You can just speak like this. Understand? So what's amazing is physical work wears out, and then people go from running 10 kilometers every single day to running 5 kilometers every single day, and then to running 2 kilometers every single day. And then they can only run 1 kilometer every single day, and then they wonder why. I mean, why is that? I mean, why are they running for 58 hours, such as David Goggins? You understand? Because David Goggins will go run for 2 days. I mean, literally. I mean, the guy will go run on mountains and everywhere for 2 days. And then guess what? I realize that when he reaches 80 years of age, I realize he may be able to run only 2 kilometers. You understand? I mean, why is that? I realize he may say, why? I mean, why? I used to be able to do this much. I mean, yeah, but it's never about the physical aspects of life, mate. You understand? Because it's about the communicational skills and what have you given in what have you given in communicational words rather than the physical aspects of life. You understand? I realize that Jesus went walking without food and drink in the desert for 40 days and 40 nights. I realize David Goggins can only do 2 days of running without food and drink. You understand? But guess what? I realize Jesus went 40 days and 40 nights without food and drink in the desert. Walking. You understand? So either way, I mean, what's better? You understand Jesus Christ is a much more peak performer. But understand either way that nobody else has overtaken Jesus Christ. You understand? And yes, I mean, David Goggins can do more than me in terms of running physically. You understand? I realize, although I'm doing much more work than David Goggins in my physical work, in terms of my spiritual work, in terms of communication. You understand? Or else every single day you must understand it's never about how good you look physically. I realize it's about how good you look spiritually. You understand? Because spiritual aspects of life is something that you need. You need to be able to understand spiritual aspects of life spiritual aspects of life is anything that makes you happier. In a sense, so information is the only aspect of life that makes you happier, and be information only. Whereas if you just be information only, you find your way in a better way. You find how to actually live your life to the greatest extent that you can, and you understand why you can live 120 years of age. Because information is how you do it. Whereas because information is how you do it, you go and focus upon every single day understanding your life sequences. But understand, no matter what you're doing, you have to understand that there are no rules in communication. Whereas now, either way, you must understand that the only rule of communication is use your I, U, Q rule. You understand? Although, you must understand that the easier point of view is just use the word I. I use the I, U, Q rule because I start with the U and end with the U, and start with the question and end with the question, and start with I and end with I. I multiply that 50 times and much more, and then I understand the IUQ rule. I understand, although you can just use the word I and simplify with that, and either way you can live your life just with the word I. You understand? I promise you it's very much simple, then you understand that this is so easy to do when you're doing it over and over and over and over again. I promise you when you're doing it over and over and over again, you understand that over and over and over and over and over again, you understand either way, you must speak better. You must understand that if you're mumbling in your words, you go back on your mumbling and start to pronounce it better. You understand? Because I understand that no matter what, you must understand that if no one likes, in terms of nobody likes somebody, you must understand that you must understand to go and love somebody only. You must understand to like people only. You must give them and you must give them likes and more likes. You must understand that if you want to inspire people, you inspire yourself first, and be with yourself first, and be with yourself only. You understand? And that's how you inspire people. Because am I with you today? I came here before you. You understand? So what's amazing is I understand here every single day that information points into a better direction. So when you have more information, you also have a better direction. In a sense, so every single day focus upon learning information products. So thank you. Or every single day focus upon making sure that no matter what you're doing, you focus upon a better life, because you deserve it. You deserve a better life. So go and get that information you need every single day. I mean, make sure you're applying the information, and make sure you're public speaking it. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're so passionate about what you do, you have to be able to speak on the microphone daily. I promise you, it's that simple. So focus upon making sure you're giving, and when you're giving, you shall be receiving, and when you're receiving, you shall be giving more than anything else. You must understand, you just make sure every single day you focus upon something that you love to do, and that must be you, and that way you're going to grow, and that way you're going to prosper. But understand that communication is something that keeps going. I mean, it just keeps going because it's just personal development, in a sense. So every single day that when you focus upon making sure that you're just always delivering that content, every single day for the rest of your life, other than the next 72 years, guys. I mean, I can do this every single day. 1 hour every single day for the next 72 years. I mean, 365 videos every single year times 72. I mean, how much videos is that? I mean, that's over 70 something. I mean, guess what? No matter what, you must understand, every single day, focus upon making sure you live your life, and try to do it as much as you can, because over time it values into your integrity, and it goes into your nice beautiful spirituality, and then you can watch your seed grow all your life on the internet. You can actually see how many people are watching you at any given time for the rest of your life. So make sure you make the biggest name for yourself, because everybody has a head start in life. I promise you, everybody. I promise you, no matter who you are today, you are much more equal with your life story than anybody else's. Your life story is just my life story. Or else we have the same life story. Understand? I mean, we're equal. Or else we have the same life story, and we have a different life story too. You understand? I mean, what's amazing is understand that everybody is the same and different at the same time. You understand? Or else although every single day, that's what unique people do. I promise you, that's what's unique about you today. I promise you that every single day you must understand you're unique, and there's only one face of you. And now you may have a twin, you may have the same looking face as somebody else, but guess what? You have a different life story. You understand? You have a different experience than them as well. You understand? So every single day, you must understand we also have the same experience. You must understand that's the yin and yang. Or the opposite of different is the same. I mean, every single day, focus on something that's newer, and go to the newer music. I realize that today I listen to any type of music, because music always inspires me. I mean, music never hurts me. You understand? Whereas now, if it's critical, in terms of negatively critical, in terms of the information in the music, is telling you to go downwards, or let's say the lyrics are very negative on you, you must understand that is why you go and listen to your music only. You understand? So what's amazing is understand that instrumental music is something that only lifts you up. I promise you, only ever lifts you up. But let's say you have negative vocals in the music session. I mean, let's say there's something negative in terms of vocals, in terms of a music track or something like that. I mean, never listen to negativity. in terms of somebody just say, you fucking asshole, you're just an asshole, man. I mean, guess what? I realize, I mean, why do you want to listen to that? I mean, why do you want to listen to somebody calling you that? In a sense, so go and listen to better music. In a sense, so every single day, focus upon better words and go and focus on something that says, you are so beautiful, no matter what you say. In a sense, so either way, I realize that's Christina Aguilera. I mean, that's Christina Aguilera. In a sense, so either way, you must understand. Words can bring you down. You understand? So either way, I realize she sings it better than me. You understand? So either way, you must understand that when I sing my music, I exist in a moment of vibrance. I deliver quality in silence. I just show up with Miley Cyrus. I understand you love silence. I'm just better than yesterday in an exceptional way of precautional tendencies. Or else that's much more of my lyrics. You understand? Or else that's something that I can sing. You understand? Because that's something that I do. But Christina Aguilera's lyrics, or else that's what she can sing. Or else that's what she can do. You understand? Because that's what she wrote. Or else if you try to be her and you try to sing her words and try to understand, that is never the way. You understand? So of course I sound crap when singing Christina. Or else now I sound beautiful all the way. I sound all the. But what's amazing is, of course, I never get the same result Christina Aguilera does with her own songs and her original quality. You understand? Because that's what she can do. Or else if now, I promise you, if you put Christina Aguilera over here to start singing like I can, I promise you she will never be able to do it. You understand? I promise you, you'll never be able to replicate Danny Milivojevic in life. You'll never be able to replicate who I am today. You understand? So there's only one of me every single day, so focus upon understanding that. I mean, focus upon understanding that if you do 1,000 hours of public speaking on the street in terms of busking performance, you are also then your unique individual, and then you understand why you're great. You understand every single day why you can do it every single day. I mean, focus upon something you love to do daily, and then you understand why you can do it. I mean, make sure you understand every single time that whatever you're doing daily is something that you are really passionate about. So when you're passionate about your life every single day, you focus on making sure that you're walking less physically and doing much more spiritually. Understand? Because it's not about walking 10 kilometers every single day. Understand? I promise you, it's more about making sure that if you walk 10 kilometers a day, you walk it in the spiritual dome. Understand? Because I'm today walking millions of miles in my communications and more in terms of life. I understand that what's amazing is my communication in terms of today. I'm walking more today in my communication than ever before. In a sense, so every single day, focus upon better words and predict your life in a better way. I mean, make sure you understand that it's more about walking spiritually than it is walking physically. So never do anything that's physical work in life. I mean, try to understand that is the best way to live life forward, and anything that's physical life today is taking away from your health. Or else the 9-to-5 job is so physical. I mean, or else it's all physical work today. In a sense, so realize that what's amazing is spiritual work. So go and do spiritual work only. And that's the smart work. I realize physical work is hard work and spiritual work is smart work. But spiritual work is communication work like I'm doing, is smart work. I realize although that hard work is physical work, like going to the 9-to-5 job. You have to drive a car, 1 hour, you have traffic, and then you have to get to the job and work 8 hours, and you have to sit in a chair. And then you have to do something with communication there. Understand? Or else that's physical work. I mean, spiritual work is I wake up, I get to work right away. I never have to drive a car 1 hour in traffic and on the way back also. Understand? So that's hard work, man. Understand? So guess what? I mean, never ever have to go to a job somewhere else other than when you are. Your job must be when you wake up, you just start on your phone to do your work. I mean, that's your real job. But anything else, or else if you have to wake up literally to go and get to the warehouse at 6 a.m. every single day, because that's the protocol of the warehouse, and then you have to work until 5 o'clock, and then they ask you to work 2 more hours physically to lift weights or whatever, because you'll get $40 extra. I mean, come on. In a sense, so what's amazing is understand that you never do it. You never allow yourself to work physically. I mean, in a sense, and yes, I have to stand here. I have to stand here, but guess what? I'm at least doing something spiritually here. I'm here, I have to walk physically over here. I have to walk physically over here to do my busking events. But guess what? I have a trolley. But then I get in front of people. I mean, that's why I do it. I get up in front of people to do it. I come here to market myself for free. I come here and promote my name for free, and people can see my name. In a sense, either way, I'm here to do my YouTube work as well on a public speaking microphone and also on a portable speaker. Or there's a difference. Understand? I can do this. I realize that at 100 years of age, I can do it still. I get the electric chair. I get the electric chair as soon as possible. You understand? I drive it around or Sydney. You understand? I realize try to walk less and less physically throughout life. You understand? I realize that what's amazing is understand that you can walk anywhere, but try to understand that walking less physically is much better than walking more physically. You understand? I realize that what's amazing is if you only ever walk physically in life, you actually get fatigued. You actually get fatigued. But if you're walking more spiritually, I mean, try to walk more spiritually than physically. And you understand what I mean? I'm walking today much more spiritually than I am physically. You understand? You must understand why. Because I'm away from the 9-to-5 job. And the 9-to-5 job is a physical work. You understand? And yes, they may be sitting in the office all day long. But I'm sitting in my office right now. I realize this is my office. Or this is my warehouse. I realize this is my 9-to-5 job. You understand? Although this is my 24/7 work. I realize although I understand that no matter what, guys, I realize that I really have to go really soon. I realize either way, make sure that you understand every single day that you focus upon your life and just have the best ability in your planet to make sure that your planet today is much more successful, and that's how you become everything you ever want to be.